Yeah, good morning one and all. This is Ramavat Mohan. Welcome to KANISHKA IAS. So here we are going to start a new PCM batch, that is Prelims cum Mains. So totally UPSC foundation course very soon. So before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Ramavat Mohan and I have been post-graduated from IIT Kharagpur from the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, and I have experience as a UPSC faculty for almost around 10 years, and even have cracked the CAT examination and got calls from many IIMs like IIM Bangalore, IIM Kozhikode, IIM Mumbai, IIM Lucknow, etc. So here at KANISHKA we do have got a very expertise faculty. So something about what we are offering in the course, in the PCM course. So let us go in detail. So we are launching the new batch very soon. So UPSC Prelims cum Mains, that is PCM batch. So here the course highlights about the integrated preparation. So integrated preparation is nothing but we will be focusing on the prelims, the mains aspect, the answer writing, along with final interview preparation, how you go for the interview and all, until your selection. So integrated preparation, so it's like a single course, one course and one goal, and finally to achieve or reach the targets of UPSC Civil Services examination. That means you will be making into the list of the selection list made by the Union Public Service Commission. So here what we focus at KANISHKA is that we learn smart, we prepare systematically, and we succeed confidently. So here a brief sketch of the PCM course is that P stands for prelims. That means we will be preparing the aspirants, what is the strategy, how to prepare for the examination. Along with that, we will be focusing on the MCQs, that is multiple choice questions. So there will be a lot of tests and how you approach and elimination techniques, methodologies, etc. And the most important thing is we focus more on the accuracy and the speed. You can't spend for example, if there is a prelims question, you can't spend more than 1.5 minutes or 1.2 minutes on a particular question. So you will be mastering those skills and you become finally expertise over solving the MCQs of the prelims stage. So coming to the current affairs we'll be focusing on the daily updates. Along with that, keeping in mind about the UPSC perspective, what UPSC focuses and how you while going through the newspaper, what needs to be taken from the entire newspaper with respect to the various subjects of the general studies, right? So coming to the mains part, the main intention behind the mains examination is that answer writing skills. So how you carve your answer to look it attractive and which will be an eye-catching for the examiner whomsoever corrects your question paper or answer sheet. Okay, so here we will be focusing on the answer writing. So along with that, while you are in the coaching, you will be trained with how you analyze a particular concept or a situation or a subject. And you go in deeper, you gain the knowledge of deeper, you go into the depth of the subject or particular concept. So what I could say is one focus, UPSC final, you will be in the final list of the selection list made by the UPSC. So one thing I could say is that you need to focus. Okay, so coming to the, what actually we are offering at KANISHKA IAS. So the first one is we will be focusing more on the NCERT, that is the basic foundation. So what we will be covering in NCERT is we will be covering about various general studies subjects like history, geography, polity, economy, general science, along with that environment, ecology, Indian society, etc. Okay, so here we will be focusing on the complete coverage of the NCERTs from class 6 to class 12th. So already I told the various subjects which are related to the general studies, and we build strong conceptual clarity from basics. So you need to learn the basics So we'll be going deeper and we'll be explaining in a very simple language where the student gets the concept. Okay, he catches that concept and he can grow his knowledge in a deeper manner. So coming to after the building the conceptual clarity, we'll be focusing on the chapter-wise explanation, right? So NCERT facts converted into prelims ready notes, like where you have to focus on the facts, data, right? Along with that, the concepts. So mostly we'll be focusing on the PYQs, that is previous year's question papers, right? The prelim stage, even the mains. So this will build the strong foundation which will lead to stronger results. That means it will lead to your success once you focus on the NCERTs. So after that, coming to the prelims preparation, what you do is, we'll be making you well trained into the MCQs, okay, along with taking into the previous year's question papers of the UPSC for the civil services examination. So here the candidates will be trained for the static along with the current affairs. So what is static? The core part, like the conceptual part of the general studies, and current affairs is like what is happening around us in the present world, right? Related with the general studies. It could be environment ecology, it could be geography, it could be economy, it could be polity and governance, or it could be Indian society or international relations. Well, so coming to how you learn the elimination techniques. So in a smarter way, you will be eliminating the MCQs, like which one is wrong or which one is correct, that based on the, so regular tests will be there, like sectional and full length tests will be covered, and revision cycles for better retention. So prelims oriented factual consolidation will also be focused. So one thing we can learn from this is practice more and score higher. So coming to the mains preparation, we have GS papers from 1 to 4, right? So comprehensive coverage will be focused, an answer writing form from the day one. Okay, so you'll be trained into how to write or how to master the answer writing. And the previous lecture I explained about the structure, like how you write the answer writing, like IBC, right? Introduction, body and conclusion. That format you will be writing in a balanced way. That means you need to go or write an answer in a multi-dimensional way, which adds beauty and which be eye-catching for the examiner, where you can score higher marks in the mains examination. So in the mains examination, what you will do is you will use of examples, you will use some data, you will refer some reports or committees, whatever they have said based on the demand of the question, and case studies. So model answers will be given and how you evaluate that answer, and personalized feedback will be given to the candidate. So write better and express smarter. So coming to the current affairs, so we will be focusing on the daily, weekly as well as monthly compilation of the current affairs. Okay, what is happening, and you will be updated with the current affairs content. Along with that, the Hindu, Indian Express, the newspapers will be analyzed, and it will be given in the form of notes. And we will be focusing on the schemes, reports, committees and indices and surveys. For example, the central government, it releases the economic survey. Okay, along with that, the budget will be there. So these things, along with the Press Information Bureau, PIB, and EWS, EPW, Economical and Political Weekly. So all these magazines will help you a lot in your preparation, which helps in the current affairs, news, along with the static part, like the very basics. Like when we talk about the science and technology, we'll be focusing on magazines like Science Reporter, Science Digest, or if you are want to write something, you can refer down to out in geography perspective, okay, or environment ecology. And math too, as it is an integrated course from the prelims come mains, as I already told you, so we'll be focusing on the GS entire, prelims and mains. And UPSC perspective and issue-based approach will be imbibed into the aspirants who are preparing for the UPSC examination. So what I would say is stay updated and stay ahead. So after going through the course, you will be getting all the knowledge or skills to tackle the UPSC examination. So coming to the, like our teaching approach from foundation to selection. So how we are going for this? So there is a strategy where like basically we will be in the initial stages, we will be focusing on the NCERT foundation. So in the very initial stages, what we do is we focus on the foundation, that is NCERT foundation. That is the first step. So which will like help in building the concepts, and will like after going through the NCERT, and the second step what you do is you refer the standard books with the respective general studies subjects. Okay, like say for example if you are going through economy, like you need to refer some certain standard books like Datta and Sundaram, right? Okay, and there are other books as well you can follow. So first thing is you need to read the NCERTs initially at the initial stages, and then you have to go for the standard books. And the third step is like analyzing the PYQs, that is previous year's questions. So at least you need to go through the like past to 10 years papers, right? How the UPSC is framing the questions and where they are focusing and all. You will get an idea. So we will be teaching all those things. And the fourth step is you need to focus on the current affairs, like how to go through the newspapers, Hindu, Indian Express, Mint, right? Or how to go through the magazines like EPW, Economic and Political Weekly, Science Digest and Science Reporter, Down to Earth and Press Information Bureau, etc. And you will be like after going through this, you will be like simultaneously appearing for the tests and like where you are going wrong, right? There will be some evaluation after the test. So where you are going wrong and in which area like you lag behind the concepts or where you are like making mistakes. So in that area you could improve, or like the mentoring will be there where the expert faculty will guide you to like avoid those mistakes and score more marks. And finally what we do is, finally we go for the revision and improvement. So there will be like, see, once you read the particular concept, you need to revise again and again until you master that particular concept. Without that, it is highly impossible. So coming to, so from this strategy what I was discussing here, the teaching approach, what you gain is, the first thing is you get the conceptual clarity. Then once you get the clarity, you practice those concepts, you analyze those concepts and you put them into the form of writing in the mains. Okay, evaluation is done, whether it is prelims or mains. Whether it is prelims or mains, what you do is, you evaluate, like the mentors will be evaluating the question papers and where you are lagging behind, a particular clarity is missing, then you can improve yourself over there and fetch good marks, which leads to the final step of the selection process, that is, you will be succeeding in the final UPSC examination. So here, like, what actually the batch, like the PCM batch, what I was talking about, what does it do actually? Okay, so briefly, I just want to tell you some highlights, like what we are providing. See here, the first and foremost thing is that we have a well-trained and well-experienced faculty, and mentorship will be provided. And the batches will be in the form of small batch size, where we can focus on the individuals. The personalized approach or attention would be given to the aspirants, and there will be comprehensive study material, daily answer writing practice, regular current affairs classes, weekly tests and monthly grant tests will be there, and one-to-one doubt clarification. Okay, very, very important. And performance tracking and guidance, like how you perform and where do you stand among the other aspirants. Okay, so that is very, very must in order to like compete yourself along with the other aspirants who are writing or appearing for the UPSC Civil Services examination. So what I would like to say is that don't prepare prelims and mains separately. So people will think that, okay, let me clear the prelims at the very beginning. Like firstly, let me clear the prelims. They are in a dilemma or confusion. So once I clear the prelims, then I can prepare for the mains. No, that is a wrong approach. So what you have to do is you have to prepare the prelims and mains together. So build concepts once and use them twice. So that means here, like you are building the concepts where it will be like very, very helpful at the prelim stage and the main stage, which leads you to clear the interview, and like you will be in the selection list. So who should join actually? Like who are the people like joining for this PCM batch? So the first one is like the college students or graduates. The second one is the working professionals. The third one is the repeaters and serious aspirants. And finally, we can say that anyone who wants structured and result-oriented UPSC preparation, they could join over here. So we do have got limited seats and enroll as soon as possible for reaping the benefits provided by the PCM batch. So moving on further, what we can say is that, so why choose KANISHKA IAS? So there are quite a lot of institutes or coaching institutes which are providing UPSC coaching, right? So like what are the, like why do you choose KANISHKA IAS? So my question here is that why to choose KANISHKA IAS for the UPSC civil services examination preparation? The first thing is we provide the result oriented approach, and our coaching will be student centric. And the third one is we are like concept driven. And fourthly, we have proven strategy, like we do have got like previously, like our students have cracked the UPSC and other competitive examinations, and we do have got that history, and we have commitment to your success. So we have got commitment, lot of dedication, determination to train the students to like grab the concepts, and they will be like succeeding in their examination, and finally they will be like the civil servants of our country. So what I could say is that a discipline today leads to successful tomorrow. What I could say is that a discipline today leads to a successful tomorrow. So once you like follow the discipline and go through the concepts in a like well planned, and whatever concepts the faculty are like training or teaching, right? So you need to grab that, and you have to come up with doubts. Okay, wherever you are feel like you are not able to understand a particular concept, there you can take the help of the faculty, where they will be always helpful to you in your preparation. Okay, so one thing is like here we will be teaching a lot of concepts. Only the thing is you need to grab that opportunity, grab the concepts, and you need to implement in the form of like practicing, like through the tests, PYQs, solving that, and wherever you are like making certain mistakes, there you need to avoid that. So what I would like to, KANISHKA works on a principle or a vision to, like we mainly focus on learning. That is, first thing is we learn. The second principle is that we think, right? So we learn and think, which leads to excelling. So finally, what I could say is that it leads to the success. So what I could say that is we could learn, we could think, and we could excel, which leads the way for the final goal of success. So together towards selection. So together in the sense here the aspirants along with the faculty, they will be helping you to clear your path in the final selection list. So you will become a civil servant once you go through the entire process whichever is provided at KANISHKA. So that's it from that's it from the PCM batch, like what KANISHKA IAS is providing to the aspirants. So we are starting the batch very soon, so enroll as quickly as possible. So that's it for today. Thank you so much. We'll meet in the next class.